Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camellia Crafts Designs. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my new subscribers. Again, I've had quite a few. We're getting really close to 1,000 followers. So thank you all very much. I'll have to think of a good giveaway for when I get there, won't I? Yes, I will. Anyway, I'm here today with one of my Dee Dee Farago 2021 TCTC challenges. If you're following Dee Dee or you've heard of the challenge, she's made a tome and she is filling it with pockets, ideas for pockets so that she can use it for inspiration for new journals. I remember how she made them and where she saw them. Right, this one today, I'm going to describe it as an oldie but a goodie, and it'll be more familiar to you if you've made mini albums. It technically is a teeny tiny mini album made from one sheet of 12x12 cardstock. So I'll show you this. It's just so cute. I'm in love with it. It is very, very, very beige. I've made it using this the Tim Holtz French industrial paper stack. I did want another wallflower paper stack because I've not got many left and just can't get hold of one at a decent price. I mean, I'm talking, it's ridiculous, like £30. So I got this French industrial one, and I've used the money that people have generously donated through the Buy Me a Coffee website. So thank you very much to people who have bought me a coffee. Yeah, I don't spend that much on coffee really, so I've bought paper with it. I ought to call it Buy Me a Sheet of Paper, didn't I? Just having a drink of my tea. We could be critical as that. Buy me a coffee and I'm drinking tea. Anyhow, so I'll show you the project, then we'll have a quick look at the paper pad and then I'll show you how to make it. So yeah, we've got Uncle Frank there. I just tucked him inside my seam binding that I dyed myself using the Memento Toffee Crunch. I'm liking this seam binding dyeing with Memento. It is Toffee Crunch and it's got some dark bits in it, and you can hardly see them, but they make it look more grungy. That's because I'd not cleaned the green off my glass board after dyeing green. Yeah, I'd cleaned it off, it looked clean, but I'd not gone over it with a wet cloth. So yeah, it's nice and grungy, more perfect. Right, let's have a look at this. On the front is one of the cut aparts from this paper pad, and I've just stuck it on 3 sides. And inside I've just stuck one of these. It's from a Tim Holtz, one of his different snippet packs. I couldn't tell you which one. So you can put anything you want in there. Then it opens and we've got 2 pockets there. Inside, more cut aparts. Just the perfect size for this. I've decorated it inside with little tickets and snippets. All Tim Holtz these. I've got a Tim Holtz day. Yeah, got Uncle Tom and Auntie Betty there, look, just tucked in that pocket. And a little, even with my glasses on I can't read that, it looks like postage prices. Could be, maybe Uncle Tom and Auntie Betty have got an Etsy shop, who knows. Then another page, more cut aparts. There's Great Grandad Archibald in that pocket. Oh, what's it got? There you go. That's better, Uncle. Yeah, like you're doing a 3-legged race there. Yeah, then we've got little Tim. Yeah, there, look. I don't know what he's been up to. I think he might have been down pit or he's working at railways. Then that's all the family. I can't remember all their names, there's too many of them. Yeah. So I need to make that pocket a bit bigger. I just do that after I've glued the edges, and you can get, oh, that's very noisy, isn't it, when I throw that down. Then you can fit these in easier, that's better. Oh, I forgot to show you. Also, on 2 of them, we've got top pockets. And again, I've just put cut parts from the kit. I've left them poking out, then I don't have to mess with tabs and add even more thickness. So, and here, this middle page, we've got a side pocket. Again, more cut parts from. papers. So we've seen that one, and on the last page, yeah, I'd forgot his name. I think it could be Great Uncle Percy. And what's he got? He's got a little, looks like a menu from Parisian Cafe. Yeah, that's all men at work. Yeah, and that's it. So it's, how many pages is it? Let's cover 1, 2, 3, then the back. Yeah, so it is, it's like a little mini album come scrapbook insert, junk journal insert even. Now it is quite deep done in this paper. It is 1/2 centimetre, which is nearly 1/4 inches. I mean, it depends on the style of your journal, doesn't it? I would definitely tuck this in the front page of a larger journal. You know, the ones with the fabric pockets, I'd put it in there quite happily. Anyway, let's put that to one side, and I'm going to show you how to make that whole thing out of one sheet of 12×12. Obviously not the little cards. They have to come from a different sheet. Right, this is the French Industrial. I'm going to flip it that way. We're not creating too much shadow. Yeah, it's lovely. Eiffel Tower. The back of that, look, is ticking stripe. Yeah, I just love it. So I'm not going to show you all of it, 'cause it's not a Tim Holtz paper pad flip through, is it? Let's do it that way, that's better. Yeah, that is one of the pages that I've got my little journal cards from. You get strips at the bottom, and then you get ones this size, 8 per page. And can you see the backs? The reverse side is all ticking stripe and text. It's just absolutely lovely, very grungy. Then you've got these pages, are little square ones. You can make some cute little booklets. Anything. Look at, oh look. So yeah, I've already gone ahead and decided which page I'm going to use for this project. I've gone for pages that are not, that I could cope with using that page. It's not over, it is directional, but it's all stamps and things. But I've actually chosen, I'll show you, this one. Yeah, that's all postage stamps and yeah, stamps. And then the other side is that lovely grungy stripe, really like that. So let's stop whiffling and waffling, and I'll show you how to make it. It is quite easy when you know how. It's quite simple really, if I can remember how. Right, start with, yeah, what do we want? We want to start with, do we want the inside up or the outside up? And I know this, I've just made one. Yeah, you want whatever you want on the outside. Can you see what I mean? That's my outside. And then I've got this music on the inside of the pockets. So start with whatever you want on the outside facing up. Now, I think I'm going to want the ticking stripe on the outside. Reason being, I can then decorate it with something on the front, and then we'll get all these lovely stamps above each pocket on the inside. So yeah, right, so you want whatever's going on the outside facing up. What I then do first is I will also put it the direction I want it in. So I want the stripes going vertically, and this is going to be the outside. Right, then we're going to score this, and what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 3 inches, 6 inches and 9 inches. So go ahead, score all the way down, 3, 6, I'm in shot, yeah, and 9. I always have to just go over it one more time, like you do. Then turn it, don't matter which side you turn it to. And we want to score at 2, 6 again, and 10. And again, I'm just going to go over that. Now you might have seen these made before. I have altered it slightly because I don't like what happens sometimes when you use overly thick paper, so I'll tell you the bits I've done differently as I go along. So let's get rid of score. No, actually I'm going to fold on score, but I do find it easier to do some folding. Right, the first fold we're going to make is that one. Yeah, so you've got your ticking on the outside. You've got that there. We're going to then fold that under. I'm not really burnishing any of these just yet. I'll show you why in a second. So we've folded them. That is going to be the top of our book. This is going to be the bottom, and we want to make sure everything's flush. Yeah, you know how sometimes you can get one a little bit longer than other. We'd want to avoid that, so make sure they are both flush with each other. Then crease that one. I'm just going to turn over and crease both of these. Burnish all your edges really well when you're making this, because it will make your book work perfectly. You need to make sure it is creased and scored, and every edge as you fold is lined up perfectly. If it's not, you'll find your book it doesn't quite fit together properly. Right, so I've scored those. Now I'm going to open it up and I'm going to score the other lines. So again, I'm using the edge of my scoreboard to make sure it's all lining up perfectly. So and fold that one as well. You can even use the paper itself to make sure it's all lined up. Can you see what I mean? Just going to turn that round because I find it easy to score on the right. To be honest, it doesn't matter what order you crease all these lines in, as long as you get them all creased and burnished. Right. The last one to do is this. So again, make sure it's still all lined up perfectly in the middle. You want that crease to be. There we go. Now I'm going to come in and do some cutting before we do some folding. I'm going to move that out of the way for now. On this I've done my first cut with my that knife woman. So lay it on the scoreboard. You want, if you look at it, that's a 2-inch, that's 2-inch, 6-inch, 10-inch score. Have it that way because we want to then cut straight down that line. And to do that, I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to line it up on the line, and I'm going to start at that crease, and then I'm going to cut all those. Did we do it? We did. So can you see what's happened? Yeah. Then turn it over. Then can you see this part? Don't worry about that. Yeah, they're not coming out at pad too good, some of these Tim Holtz. Now every one of these I'm going to cut. This time I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to cut up to that crease, and what I'm going to do, can you see the area that is, you've got like a peak, I'm sort of cutting that out. So I'm like removing a thin sliver of the paper. Can you see? What this will do is when you fold these up to make your pockets, it will mean that your book will fold and work just that bit easier. You can get away without doing this if you're using thin paper, but I'm not. You know, if you're using the thin one-sided, in fact I'll show you. This was my first prototype. Where's it gone? Where's the front gone? There you go. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to cut all these, because that folds and fits together perfectly, because it's like not much thicker than copy paper, whereas this scrapbook paper, double-sided, is much thicker. And whenever you're doing all this folding and stuff with thick paper, you just have to sometimes cut these out to allow a little bit of room for them to fold. So can you see we've got those two gaps missing now. I'm just going to do this one, and then I'm going to do exactly the same at the other end. Whee. I suppose I could do this with my knife, but I just find this a bit easy with scissors. Let's turn it round. I'm going to do exactly the same. And I'm sort of using the crease line as my guide to cut. You know I'm not usually good at cutting with scissors unless I've got something to follow. Well, in this case I'm following the crease line. It's very dull again here now today. I've had to put my light on. It's like it knows when I want to do a video. I'll be really glad when summer arrives properly and it's mind you, when it stays late longer. That's going to happen from next week, isn't it? When clocks go forward. Well, my desk's just not big enough sometimes. So yeah, I'll get an extra hour's light for filming. I suppose I could have an extra hour's light if I got up an hour earlier or started an hour early, but that's not going to happen, is it? I won't be awake and with it enough to start filming at 6 o'clock in the morning at a minute. I don't go at well 7. Is it even light at 6? I'm not sure. I did go up at 6 yesterday, but I don't know if it were light because I didn't open curtains. Yeah, it is light now. I'm just thinking at mornings when cats drag me out of bed rather rudely to let her out. Right. So that's all those cut. It is a little bit longer, this one, than I normally do these Dee Dee pockets. It's more like a Dee Dee pocket come mini album. So there you go. Now you see here where I've cut that, we creased it, then I've cut it, and now the edge is quite often not quite smooth, so I'm just going to take my bone folder and just, oh, look at what I did there. I bet I did it wrong way. Just going to smooth that down. Yeah, right. Now what we want to do is fold all these up and glue them. Before we glue, just put a little bit of ink on. Right, I don't know if you noticed the last one, I didn't put any of the little circle things in, but on this one, do you know what I think I'm gonna? So I'm gonna do that now. I've just got my little 1-inch circle punch here for these. Yeah, after I'd made that one, I wished I'd done it, but I didn't, so. And I don't have a small enough punch to get in and do them after. But this time, I just remembered it in nick of time. But again, that's my prototype one made with scrapbook paper. I have made one of these a lot of years ago, but I just used one sheet of paper. I didn't use this thick chompy stuff. I'm just eyeballing this, no measuring going into making sure they're all perfect. I'm over the perfection on everything now. I can't resist it with some things. It's very liberating, you know. Right, we've got all our circles in. So I'm going to come in and do my inking. If you cut it, ink it. It's already got its own grungy edge, this paper, so just covering the white is good enough. I can come in and ink some more after if should I wish. So just along here. I don't know which is going to be my front and back yet. I've not decided, because the outside paper is totally non-directional, and I'll see what these look like. So I've done all that inking. Now that would just stay down lovely had we not cut all these little noggins. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue all these down. Watch. I'm using my art glitter today because I still can't get that blockage out of my little bottle that I use for my cosmic shimmer. So I'm just going to use this art glitter up and then I'm just going to fill this bottle up with cosmic shimmer. So I'm just doing a tiny little line along each edge to make the pockets. Okay. Once I've done that, I'm just going to grab my inker again, because can you see here where we've cut up to? There's a little bit of white that I just want to get rid of. There we go. Then I'm going to do this side. I'll start at this side this time. I'm really quite liking this paper, and you know, I wouldn't have chosen it, I don't think. I was just so gutted I couldn't get hold of any wallflower paper. I think I'm going to have to buy some from US, scrapbook.com. So yes, I think that might be my next purchase of paper. Although I am still trying to use what I've got. I'd already got the dolls and the snippets. I'm quite in love with Tim Holtz papers at the minute. So that's that. Before I go flipping and flapping and folding, I just want to make sure these are, yes, stuck properly. And I'm going to also go ahead and burnish this bottom, just to get it as flat as possible. Like I say, it's not, I think I'm pushing the idea of pockets.
I'm not sure.
Never asked you really, did I? So whatever you're not sure about, I can't pretend to care. Still don't know what activates that woman. I think it's just age. I think she's gone a bit senile. She doesn't know what she's saying, does she? I think she's gone a bit deaf. I think we need to get her an hearing aid. Right. I'm folding this without telling you what I'm doing, aren't I, silly woman? Right. Right, I'm going to fold that way. This is going to be the front or the back of your album, is it? That's the back. So fold that way and then that way. So you've just concertinaed it. Then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. Fold that way, then back in again. Now can you see what we've got? We're going to fold those two, turn over, and look, as if by magic, we've got a little mini album. Don't you just love it? Isn't it just adorable? So, we've still got some more burnishing to do. I've got to go to town on this burnishing with this, and we might have a bit of trimming to do as well. So I like to look and make sure all my corner edges are even. Yeah. Then I will come in and burnish all the tops at once, all the sides, all the bottoms, and all that side. So there we go, because we'd already burnished them separately. So there we have our little book. Now I'm looking at the top and I'm thinking, yeah, I need to do a smidgen of trimming. You know the page where what we cut, I've left one slightly higher than the rest, and I just don't quite like it. So what I'm going to do is grab my scissors. Can you see this side is slightly higher than that? It's not up to my standards. So I'm just going to trim it. freehand, look at me. I'm getting brave. I want to do that one as well. Again, you can sort of see the edge of the crease line that you need to be cutting up to. Hello, it's me again. Bet you didn't even have been anyway, did you? Yeah, my camera ran out. It didn't run out. My camera didn't run anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. I ran out of memory. Didn't notice. Luckily, a man knocked at door, wanting to know if I wanted to buy some milk. And yeah, I looked up to pause it and realised it weren't even filming. But luckily, it had only just run out, so you've not missed much. Right, I just checked the film, and I was just levelling this top off, wasn't I? I was cutting it, yeah? So I finished doing that, and then I've done a bit of gluing. So I need to show you what gluing I did. So let's just swap it for this one a second. So yes, let's level the top, done, done, done. So we're back to this. Now, we need to do some gluing. I can hear arguing downstairs. I don't know what's occurring. So, in the middle there, we're going to have a side pocket. So, open that up, and we need to glue along the bottom. There's a real argument going off downstairs. I'll sort it out, the twins. It's best not to get involved. To glue along bottom and along this left hand edge. I'll not turn it just so I don't confuse you. So we glue the bottom and the left edge. Yeah, you can see this was glued and I took it apart just for the purposes of this video to show you what to do. So I'll show you what has happened now. We've glued that, which gives us that side pocket. Yeah, next thing we want to do, can you see here where we've put a notch in the top to make a pocket? We need to glue along the bottom and the left there. You can see where I've ripped it apart. I'm not going to town with glue on this because I can't see me ever using this one. So then, can you see how there's a spine forming here and a little album? So we've now got our top pocket there. One more bit of gluing to do, and it is here. And you see, we need to glue along that right edge and the bottom. Just a little bit of glue. Glue that. And now we have glued our little mini album together. So if I show it you from the top, yeah, got the front and back and the 3 interior pages with pockets. And I'll just grab one of these cards. So we have a top pocket there. On the next page we have a side pocket, and on that next page, oh, I put the notch on the other side on that one for some reason. On that next page we have another top pocket. So let's have a look. See, I think, yeah, I'd glued the middle page to get our side pocket. I'd glued that to get our top pocket, and I've just got to come in and glue this last one again. So again, I glue the bottom. It's the parts that are already together you need to glue. Glue the bottom and up that edge. So I'll come in and do that. So there you go. That's made up for what you missed. Told you didn't miss much. I really need to stop doing that. I'll tell you what it is, I've got that much other rubbish on my phone. I'm having to delete stuff more often. I need to have a good look through my phone. I think every photo I've took it last year is still on there somewhere, which is not really necessary, is it? In fact, not last year. When did I get phone? I got my upgrade at end of August. So yeah, it's filling it with pictures, isn't it? Right, so that's that. So look at the top now. Yay! We've got a little mini album. So you could stop there, or you can go to town and decorate it. And because I'm here and I can, I'm going to do a bit of decorating just because I can. Now if you were wanting to make this from Tim Holtz pad. This French industrial one is quite good because of the size of the cutouts that you get. Let me show you. I did rip another page out, did I? No, I didn't. Let's rip one. I've got a part of a page. Let's rip one out and show it you. Grab the paper pad again. Right, so we're going to the back. Yeah, here they are. Look, I like that one because it's got the postage stamps on. All the Men in the Bakery. Yeah, I just love it. Oh, do we want that one? No, that's got the same old. Is that the same old chap that we've put in our first one? Grandad Archibald, were it? Great Grandad Archibald. Yeah, there he is. It's Great Grandad Archibald. Here he is again. I honestly don't know if that's his name. I don't even know if Tim Holtz knows his name. I think they're just random people. Random people with no copyright. Because they do show up all over. Right, so I've got this. And then to cut it out, you can use your paper trimmer or your scissors. I'm going to use my scissors because I've got a line to follow. And I can then cut when I've got a line to follow. And you'll see they just happen to be the perfect size. The cutter parts in the wallflower would actually have been a bit big. I would have had to cut them down. These are perfect. I'm quite liking my little Tim Holtz projects. Might do the front of this one a little bit different anyway. I was toying with the idea of gluing my seam binding on the front permanently and then putting something over. But then I decided no, I'm going to go for that pocket. So I still don't know if I'm going to do that or not. So yeah, if you just wanted to see it now to make this, you've seen it. I'm basically just decorating it now. Which I may as well do, aren't I? I've got the vintage map. There is a full, all these little cutter parts are smaller versions of the full sheets. Part of the full sheet as well, should I say, because the full sheets are obviously 12 by 12. No, I really needed to cut this off first, didn't I? These would be ideal for little belly bands on something. I'm going to have a lot of cutting to do on my Alice journal because I've decided I'm not going to use any digitals at all. It's just going to be the Stamperia papers and other bits and bobs that I've got, the playing cards, the postcards. Yeah, no digitals. Right, I'm not going to need that bit. Can you see? Oh, wouldn't that be nice if I did put some ticking stripe in a different contrast colour on there? Oh, I think, oh, wouldn't it? Oh, do you know I've just said I'm not going to need that? I may be lying. I may be fibbing to you. Because I've just decided I might want to put some on the pockets. I might want to put some up front. Whee. Yes, I will be doing another Happy Mail video very shortly. I know this lady will still be here watching. Deborah. Yeah, see, I'm stuttering already. I had the most amazing Happy Mail. I was going to sit through my letterbox, but it wouldn't fit through letterbox. It had all on fitting through door. Yeah, I got a knock on the door. I'm thinking, I'm not expecting any parcels. I've been quite good and not bought anything. And yeah, my lovely post lady was stood at end at path, and I looked surprised. And there was this huge box, and oh my word, has it got some goodies in. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. So of course I opened it and I had a rummage and there was a card. So I opened the card and then realised exactly what it was. Checked the outside of the box and there were your name and postcode on bottom, Deborah. So I've not looked any further because it's a birthday present, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, well it is. It's a birthday present. Birthday, amazing birthday, happy mail. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not crafting now, I'm just waffling. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a video opening that, if I can fit it on my desk, Deborah. Yeah, just wowzer. So yes. Right, I've gone all, I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, I was cutting these up, weren't I, in case I wanted to use ticking stripe, and now I can't find it. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that lovely contrast. I think I might have to just do it. Put some on. You could even then tuck some tiny in there, couldn't you? But yeah, I'm going to do it. Do I want to do it on every page, though? I'm just going to do it on a couple of pages. And I've got to line stripes up like you do. So which way shall I start? They don't line up that way. But they don't really line up, so that's good enough. I'm going to cut it up there. Oh, a bit too much. So that can be a little belly band on the pocket, can't it? Still need to cut a smidgen more off. Oh, that's going to be lovely. I think I might just do it on one or two. I think it'd be overkill if I did it on every pocket, wouldn't it? Don't overdo it, woman. Yeah, I've got a mystery parcel arrived from Tanya at Tatty Treasure. She just says, if you go out from Amazon, she just messaged you about 2 weeks ago this way. If you go out from Amazon today, don't open it because it's your birthday present. I'm like, oh, thank you. I won't open it. My youngest, Rachel, is dying to open it, absolutely dying to open it. So now she's got two that she's absolutely dying to open, and it's not occurring. Not until her birthday. Right, which way did I have that? I want it that way. So yeah, I'm just going to pop that there. That's like a little mini belly band. Make sure it doesn't interfere with the clothing. I could have made it like an extra mini pocket at bottom, but I like the belly band idea. Right, and now I'm going to grab this. This is my existing box of, well, I've got two actually. That's all my Tim Holtz. These were my botanical ones. Then I did have one packet of these snippets in that I've been fishing out from the bottom. They're about 2-year-old, these. They're the ones with all the labels and postage stamps and stuff like that. And they're going to be, well, they are perfect. I decorated other one with them. So it needs something else on there. That's not dark, you know. That's not fancy, you know. Oh, we've got a blue postage stamp. Oh, that looks, I don't like it there with that one there above it. Oh, faffing now, aren't I? Oh, we could put that on it, but then we don't see. That could just get tucked in. Yeah, tuck that in and put a teensy tiny label on, and then I'm a happy bunny. Ooh, could I put that on? Yeah. I don't know where it is, what it says. Far too small for my eyes. But Tim decided it went in pack, so I'm good with that. Can just, oh, it's something to do with a florist. Something to do with a florist. We put it middle, I want it there. Over to that side. There we go. That will go in there. Right, let's look at these cutter parts. I'm not going to bother inking. It'll take all day, won't it? Oh, I might put the map in there. Oh, before I put any in, let me just show you. I've showed you this before. I do it often. I did it at the beginning of the video. sometimes when you've stuck them ends down, if you just gently widen that pocket with your bone folder, you can get things in and out of it easier. Oh, got postage stamps on that side and the world map on that side. So easy this to decorate with these. What other cutter parts did we get? We didn't even finish cutting them, did we? I got all distracted when I saw that ticking on the other side and went off on a tangent. Ticking tangent. So let's cut that one. The backs are quite neutral, so as long as you get a darker pen you can write on them. I don't think there's any need for backing these with coffee dyed paper. Sometimes you just like these because they're cute. You don't even want to put anything in them. Get your bone folder again, girly. There we go. So we've got a receipt there. I'm going to cut this one. They look like bakers. It was hard to see where the middle was there. So pop the bakers in there. And we need something to decorate this. See, I've gone and got some of the tickets in one box and some in the other. I'm all at 6s and 7s. Just grab a few out. But some of these aren't Tim Holtz, I don't want those. Yes, a bit of Tim Holtz snobbery going off on this project, isn't there? Oh, I like that, number 25. That's a part of something. That is from the Tim Holtz. What else we got? Oh, that can just be an extra little card in one of them. Yeah. What's that? Remington Standard Typewriter. Ooh, I'm going to ink round the edge of one of these. Then this little letter one. And I'm just going to glue these on. I think that one needs to go there. I'm having that Katie cornered. I'm going to put a little collage of labels on this one because I can. We could have glued them just at one side so that I could tuck something in, but I haven't. Quite obviously. I think I need one more label. I like that 25. Quite like that. And I think I'm going to put private collection specimens. I think that's quite funny under them, man. Private collection of specimens, aren't they? Yeah. Bit of glue. It's quite quick and easy to make these if you don't film them. So that's that. What we got here, I like that. It's just like a little letter. Let's widen the pockets again. Makes your life so much easier, and I'm finding it so much easier with my Posher bone folder. So that there. Ooh, I think I want the advert there. And then we've got this back page to do. That one in there. Put text in there. Right, now we need some for the top. These ones, I'll show you the sheet. These came from, there was only one sheet like this in the paper pack. These are taller, yeah, still get the same width. Oh no, in fact they're a bit narrower. but they're taller, and they fit perfectly in the top. So and I also put one on the front. So which ones shall we have? I think I might want that for the front of the album. So I'm going to start and cut across this middle ways, across the centre of what I've got left. Make sure I cut that one extra nice, because I want to put it on the front. It's hard to see the edge, you know, because the two colours are so similar between the two cards. It's difficult to tell where that edge is. Oh, I'll be having an early night tonight. I had a bit of a hike yesterday. Well, for me it were a bit of a hike. It weren't really. I walked about 5 miles. It's not really a hike in anyone's book, that is it. Or did I know about it today? I've not been very active, to be quite honest, during lockdown. I've not walked as much as I normally do, because I need a reason to walk. Does that sound daft? I'm not one of these people who just goes out for a walk for sacred, to nowhere in particular. And I don't really walk on my own. So I do go to post office, but I've been visiting post office less. But I'm now back up to going twice a week. We're going to try for 3 next week. Because a friend who I used to work with, she also likes doing a bit of walking. So we're just meeting up and walking up together. We're allowed to meet up with one other person and exercise outdoors. So yeah, it fulfills that. And yesterday I couldn't find my sunglasses. What a drama. And I swear I'm a vampire sometimes. The sun is terrible. I can't stand the sun. Even in winter I wear sunglasses, just because the sky's bright. I do. So yeah, we went a bit of a convoluted way to get to the post office, so that we weren't walking directly into the sun. Have I filled all those now? Yeah, I've got the... Was that the one I wanted for the front? Yes, yes, I want that for the front. I like it. So we just need to get one more for this side pocket, and that needs to be one of the smaller ones. Do I even have one left? I maybe don't have one left. So what am I going to do? Do I cut into another sheet? Oh, what's this? Voila. Voila, da-da. One left. Oh, it's perfect, that, wasn't it? So that one is going to go in there. Did I put a side notch in my other book? I did. So I'm just going to take the little baker men out. I'm going to grab my circle punch, and I'm going to put a little side notch in. Well, I'll take that other card out, make sure I don't go punching through that as well. And that's that, yeah. Just so that we can get that in and out and grab it. Because I don't want to put a big tag on the side to go sticking out, because it's quite a small, dinky little journal, isn't it? Desk's getting horrendous again, isn't it? And I'm going to put some more people in. Oh, look at him. He looks very grumpy to be in that pocket. I like him. No, they don't belong in a pocket, them girls. No, we can't put little girls in pockets. I've no idea why. We just can't. I'm quite happy to stick boys in pockets. Do we have any boys left? A couple of dancing queens. That's Ebb and that's Flo. Do they want to go in a pocket? They look like they're from 20s. Yeah. We'll pop Ebb and Flo. They look a bit ghostly in there, don't they, actually? No, well, they can stay. We like Ebb and Flo. There you go. We need to decorate this pocket as well. What have we got? I don't want the field labelly ones. Oh, a red stamp. I like that, because we've got a bit of red up there. Then we've got that can just tuck in there. It's really using up the Tim Holtz ephemera, this one, isn't it? I'm quite happy with that. What about that one? Oh yeah, we'll have that label there and that stamp there. I wonder what Ebb and Flow have been up to. Do you think they've been dancing? Yeah, they look like a couple of flappers, don't they? With their hairdos. Right, decided I want that there. I just like this, look at all these little labels and bits and bobs everywhere. It's just rather cute. Plus I don't dither so much anymore about where to stick things. It's hard to go wrong, I think, with these Tim Holtz bits. It really is. That's looking a bit empty, but I can live with it. We've done that page. Done that side of that page. We want something there. I think I'm going to go for another stamp. I love these stamps. I do love the Tim Holtz ephemera, but it's not the cheapest in the... But you haven't got to cut it out, have you? It's like swings and roundabouts, isn't it? It looks good. It's like convenience food, isn't it? Oh, I don't want to cover that splash up because I like it. Oh, I'll put it lower down so we can see part of the splash. Yeah, and we've got that little belly band there. I was going to do another and I forgot. We only need one. We don't need more than one belly band. We really don't want to do that idea to death, do we? Let's put the Bakermen back in. Oh, why at Bakermen? I've put wrong card in there, haven't I? Sorry, we want the Bakermen above the private collection specimens label. That there. Put that grumpy little boy in. Boy, does he look grumpy. I don't know what's up with him. He's probably just a teenager. He's probably 13, 14. Don't know why he's grumpy. Might have had a bad day at school. Yeah, probably sick of wearing a face mask. Sick of wearing a face mask. Sick of not being allowed out in the yard with rest at school. Just having to stick with his own year group. He's a bit more cheerful, isn't he? Let's put that cheerful little boy in back. He's the SWAT. He gets to stay inside. Practices equations and he loves it. He didn't want to go out in the yard. Poor Avion. I don't know whether that's appropriate, but it looks good. What else have we got in this box? We're rummaging again. I forget to show you what I'm rummaging at sometimes. Ooh, that's so tiny but cute. What's that one? Not sure. We'll audition that. Well, that's a plain label. There's a lot of specimen because I did buy that field notes set. So there's a lot of... It does the specimen Paris. I might put it on one, I might not. I've stayed away from butterflies and things like that. Oh, a circular one. I'm having a surprise for my tea today. Becca, my eldest twin, is making tea. She asked me what I wanted and I just said surprise me. She's really good at cooking. Dare I say better than me. I'm just doing these edges while I'm at it. I just saw one looking white. Can you see what I'm doing? It's the old if you cut it ink it thing. You can see the white core of the paper, can't you? Right. That's what I did. I picked that up to ink that. Noticed that white and sped off on a tangent again. I'm constantly checking if my camera is still filming. It is. I know this has turned into a bit of an epic video with the decorating as well, but yeah, I'd felt selfish going off and decorate this all on my own and not showing you. So if you have this Tim Holtz stuff and you just want a quick complete project, I think I've waffled and dithered, and I've still done it in less than an hour. So yeah, just imagine how quick you could do it if you cracked on. I think I want another ticket under edge of there, so I need to peel it up quick because I use dark glitter. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take long to stick this art glitter. Yeah, I just want it under a little bit. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that now. Yeah. Right, apart from the cover, we is done. So we need something else in there, don't we? It's very bland, that page. It's very, yeah, need a bit of something red. Have we got one of these slightly larger? These come in the little field notes, I think, or the other one I had. Ooh, that's far too big, but it would have been good. What are these? They're quite plain and colourless, aren't they? I'm looking for one with a bit of red in or something. Nope, no red. I need to sort these out a little bit. I do like to rifle through them and mix them all up. Oh, what's that? What's that? That says enclosure. I'm looking for one to tuck in with a bit of colour, but it's not going to oblige, is Mr. Holtz. I could just put a random butterfly in for the sake of it, but no, I'm not gonna. I should have actually put a red label on, shouldn't I? Have I got a tiny red one in here? What's that? I see you. This is like world's smallest label, but it just livens that page up a bit, doesn't it? So I'm popping it on. There we go. Don't know where I'm putting it yet. I haven't decided. There, it's going there. Oops. Nearly went somewhere completely different then when I dropped it. That's it. Right, we just need to stick the front on and get some ribbon on, and we're done. I think I can smell pasta. Seems to be able to smell pasta. Maybe I'm having pasta for tea. Is it? Ooh. Ooh. I tell you what, I did have it in the fridge, which might have done some chicken en croûte. Yum. Rachel will be having some beige. She likes beige food, does my youngest twin. At least she eats vegetables. So on the front, yeah, I'm going to pop that. It might be slightly too tall, so I need to trim it. I'm not even going to risk trimming this with my scissors and making a mess. I think I'm going to trim the top. It seems to have a little bit more border on. Yeah, I wanted such a small amount off, and I really want it to be full height. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to glue top, side and bottom. I'm not gluing the ribbon to it. I'm doing it same as the other because I like the other. And then I'll have a little set of 2 of these. There we have it. If I were not having a pocket, it'd bother me that I could see stripes that side and not that, but as that's a pocket, I can live with it. It won't drive me insane. Now I'm going to rifle in here again for something to stick in the pocket. Why didn't I think of that before? What's that? Too big? Too big? That would fit. And I think that one might be, that's the one. Is it too tall? No, it's perfect. Yeah, so that's going to slide in there. I've got another piece of the... What's that? What's curved there? I've only just dyed that and already it's got a pen tangled in it. A sliver of paper and a pair of pliers. How on earth did that occur? I baffle myself at times. So, should we just put some of this away? Yeah, Julie. Let your workspace look a bit more like it's a workspace and not a rifled desk. You might actually be able to see what's the actual project then. Right. That's all my little snippets. Put the lid on your ink before you have a disaster. You don't need that pink one. That'll probably end up in bin. Oh, there we go. See what we're doing. So, where did the other... That was the seam binding for my first one. I've no idea again how long this video's now took. When I do my videos in 2 parts, there don't tend to not be any urgency in finishing them. So we'll put that back on our first one. Now we're going to measure it first, see how much seam binding I wanted. There we go. Yes, someone asked me where I get my seam binding from after my last video when I mentioned it, and I didn't put it. I get the 100-yard rolls from, they come from America, but it is a shop on Etsy, and the company is Zipper Stop, and they have 2 or 3 Etsy shops, and the one with the seam binding is Ribbons by Zipper Stop. I will try and put it in the description if I remember, because they do actually do zips as well. But yeah, they do the Hug Snug seam binding, far cheaper than you can get them on Amazon. I mean, not everyone wants 100 yards of seam binding, but if you do want 100 yards of it, you can get it there. So that's that. And I'll put this one on. We've now got our 2 little books, all cute, done and dusted. I really like these. These are like a cute little present for someone. Right, there we go. Our 2 little Tim Holtz. Well, yeah, pocket inserts / mini albums / baby junk journals. So, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learnt something new. Even if you'd seen this one before, you may not have seen it altered to accommodate the thicker scrapbook paper. So thank you very much for joining me. I'll put those details in the description, and I will see you next time. I think I'm going to be sorting out a more interesting drawer tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be it's not Tidy Friday. My name is not Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Yeah, it's going to be Friday Faffage. Friday Faffage. Let's see what Friday brings. So thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.